please do wish a welcome, first time on ATI Auto Business, the Car Shipping Business channel. This is Michele Connell. She is VP of Marketing and Client Relations.
You know, really, I must tell you that the pain point in both the client world and the agent world all comes down to fees. Clients are, telling us that they're being charged for mileage and fuel surcharge and all these things that increases their fees, and that's a pain point on their side. But in the other side of it is the agent, is driving around those trucks, staffing their lots, fuel, of course, being the fees that they are right now. It's a struggle because one of the agents I was talking to said that his fuel charge average per month is about $12,000. And this month alone, it's going to be over $23,000. So it's almost doubled in fuel.
Yeah, so, the company went through a transformation since 2019, right? I mean, if we're going to be transparent, we're basically a completely different company as of really, you could call it January of this year. We're rebuilding our technology, our software. We're selling hardware now through Insight LPR to agents. But we really had to pare down our services. COVID somewhat hit us hard because we were very asset heavy, which means we had a lot of trucks, a lot of lots. And we decided hey, let's focus in on the areas that we really think we can make an impact. So we decided to become a forwarder, and really our ownership then also doubled down on LPR. And there's two distinct companies. One's Location Services and the other one is Insight LPR. And we said, we could really make a difference here because LPR needs another competitor in the space. Motorola, DRN, they're the big gorilla. And, we could really compete with them if we come out with a really good camera system.
Now, our customers believe throughput is every day spent during this process. It costs them money. It costs them risk. Every time a car is sitting around, it could be damaged. Anytime it's moved, touch, all that kind of stuff. So they just really want to get that stuff done very quickly. And that's why I think, you're talking about all of our services. That's where it really becomes important. Our customer can assign the car to us. We can start in the beginning, take it all the way through to the repo, all the way through the end, and either deliver it to an auction of their choice or we remarket it for them, which even makes it easier. And then we just give them a check and they're done.
Jennifer, what's the secret to learning titles there? I mean, so somebody is a dealer, they're in there, or somebody is in a lender, they're repossessing cars. Where can they go to find information on how to get a repo title, how to do a one-state solution? Is there a source out there, or they just got to come to you?
They got to come to me. There's not a lot of knowledge out there about the one-state solution. That's why we love that we offer that service. And if you go to a certain state for a repossession title, they're going to tell you their state guidelines and what needs to be done with their turn times. So definitely come to Location Services and we can get those titles quickly for you guys. There are some states, for example, Florida, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri. You do have to go through loan originating states on those. Florida, probably around 8 years ago, doubled their title fee and put a statute in stating it was a felony to go to a different state because they knew a lot of lenders were doing that. So Florida kind of covered their butt on that so that they could double their title fee. But there are certain states that you do have to stay within that loan originating state. Another state, Hawaii. If the unit's based in Hawaii, you have to get a Hawaii repo title to sell.
So what is it going to take to move physical title into a digital realm? And what are we up against?
So that has already taken effect in probably around, I would say, 17, 18 states, Jay. So, for example, the state of Washington, they're already fully ELT. And in the state of Washington, if a unit is repossessed, they allow the lender to do what's called an affidavit in lieu of title and attach a repo affidavit and sell the unit that way. But for example, Pennsylvania's ELT, but they require the lender to print the paper title, then turn it to a paper repo title. So a lot of states are gearing towards that. And during the COVID pandemic, a lot more states started looking at electronic titles. So I do think that is the direction that titles will be going is electronically, but you know, DMVs and BMVs are probably 2 decades behind in times. So they just have to get up to speed with technology and everything.
And Jay, you mentioned timing is everything. That makes me go back to the repossession value prop. So whenever you think about the LPR data, you know, I talked a little bit about, you know, what it captures, you know, lat long coordinates, and then you plot it on a map. And so, you know, what you'll see a lot is a lender will say, hey, go find this car, and here's the address that we have on file. Well, the repo agent looks at it and says, okay, are there any LPR hits on it? And the LPR hits may tell you a different address that the lender provided you. And this LPR address, maybe there's 30 hits on it, and 10 of them have been in the last week. And whenever you analyze those hits, it tells you, hey, the best time to go find that car is either from Tuesday or Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. And you said timing's everything. And it works. That applies to the recovery business as well. You know, we may have a good address from LPR, but if you don't go at the right time, you know, you may not be as successful as recovering that vehicle. So that's kind of goes back to the power of LPR data and how it can really make the recovery process much more efficient.